Today's question. I've just done an NLP practitioner training and there seems to be so much information, so many different ideas. What should I do next? Okay, if you've just done an NLP practitioner program, then depending on whether or not you're on a short 7-day program or a longer 21-day program, you're probably coming away feeling really excited because you got a load of cool tools and resources and knowledge, but B, you're probably going, where do I go from here? And you probably want to try out a bunch of stuff. So what I recommend is that first, if you want to get really good and also make sure that you get the utmost from your NLP practitioner training, is do a couple of things. One, decide now what it is that you want to be able to use NLP for. What context? Is it predominantly in terms of in a business application, with your colleagues in work, with your boss? Is it in a home environment? Is it in a therapeutic setting? Pick one particular area that you want to get really good at and that you're going to apply what you've been learning in that one area. And once you've got that down, then you can expand and go into many different areas if you want, because the tool set is applicable and can work across lots of different disciplines, etc. So pick one area, decide what it is that you want. Otherwise, what I've seen happen for lots of folks is that they come away from a training, they're high on all the knowledge and all the techniques, and they go off and they try out a few things, and they try a few things over here and then a few things over there, but they don't do anything consistent enough to really get the skill on board. And that brings up another important point, which is that in NLP, learning, as we define it in NLP, is a behavior. And by that I mean is that you've got the learning on board when you can do the behavior. Not that you understand the theory, for example, of how a fast phobia cure works, but actually you can guide somebody through a process and get to the result. Equally, if, for example, you're applying something like the meta model, which you'll have learned on your practitioner course, that you want to move beyond just stimulus response questions of somebody says a linguistic violation like, I'm depressed, and you go, depressed how specifically, etc. These, by the way, if you're not familiar with the meta model questions, you can post the question or you can check out their various resources at nlptimes.com. But I'm assuming you're a practitioner or above watching this video, in which case what you want to do is make sure, look, it's not about getting theory and knowledge into your head. The learning in NLP is in the doing. So the second and most important thing is, once you've figured out what you want to learn in terms of what's the context, what you want to use it for, then get out and practice everywhere with everyone. There are endless opportunities to practice NLP. So, when you're with friends, family, using the language skills that you've learned in your practitioner program, learning and using what you've learned, for example, about anchoring and evoking states from other people and anchoring those states. Again, using it on yourself, using the meta model to challenge and think through your own internal dialogue to improve that, etc. So there are countless opportunities. If you want to get really good, do those three things. One, decide what it is that you want and where you're going to apply it. Set a scope for your learning. Two, get out and practice. And after you do something, review it, look to get feedback either from the person or just yourself. What went well, what didn't go well, what would you like to improve and that you're going to do different next time. And then thirdly is constantly stretch yourself. Once you've got one thing down, move on to the next. Be systematic. So I hope that's useful. If you've got any other questions or if you want to know anything else about neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, then feel free to visit www.nlptimes.com, where I'm providing a bunch of free and additional NLP resources. Thanks for watching.